its history, Agusan del Norte was once the home of very proud people who bravely sailed across the great seas. Today we see these same people living in old traditions, in the customs carried on by the enigmatic Mamanwa, Manobo, and Higaono. Through dance, they celebrate their heritage. Through song, they share the beauty in their daily life. Through combat, they carry the marks of courage. Generations hence, their descendants stand upon these shores, witnessing a similar sight, a lasting heirloom for the people of Agusan. The sight of the wooden vessel sailing in and off into the endless blue continue to dart the vastness of the Butuan Bay until today. By its history alone, Agusan del Norte is believed to have been part of the great Nanhai trading route that have traversed all of Southeast Asia. Remnants of this prolific era and intricate culture are intertwined with historic Butuan. The Butuan today is far different from what and where it used to be. It was an ancient city believed to have traded with merchants from as far as Indochina. Traces of them are found in old earthenware, Chinese porcelain, and most significant of all, the balangay. The balangay are plank boats 9 to 15 meters long that were found all over Agusan del Norte. The earliest of them date back to 320 AD, prior to the Spanish conqueror's claim of global circumnavigation. Proclaimed as one of the country's national treasures, the balangay boats are revered symbols of the Filipino as a maritime people. And so it is that this historic spirit moves people to set sail again and relive an adventure powered by an oar and human will. Every September in a small village in the town of Habonga, a festival comes alive along the river. The Baoto or dugout boats serve not only a daily purpose, but a festive one at that. Once a year, a host of participants coming from around the country become part of an event called the Baoto Festival. It is a small gathering, but one that has much meaning in the lives of those who attend it. The Baoto Festival is a race that uses one of the most common means of transport around Agusan del Norte. But today, they paddle not out of routine, but for glory. Before the race, each boatman intently works on their vessel, as these could spell the difference between victory and defeat. A well-dried boat, for example, can add a second's advantage for a paddler. There are several events in the festival: the triathlon, the slalom, the regatta, the sprint, and most excitingly, a 30-kilometer paddling marathon along the winding flow of the Kalinawan River. At the triathlon, athletes must endure 3 grueling events: a 500-meter swim, a 1-kilometer paddle, followed by a 3-kilometer run around the small village. As the race starts, the small crowd gathered at the baywalk begin to cheer. In a race such as this, locals do have an advantage. At a young age, children are already familiar with the special maneuvering of a dugout canoe. So to them, taking to the water and paddling is second nature, just like riding a bike. This is then followed by the sprint. Both men and women join in to see who comes out with the fastest time. Although it is a race, it is still a celebration, with its festive mood meant for good fun and laughter. At the slalom, speed alone will not do. Without outriggers, a canoe can be difficult to maneuver. It is then the test for a paddler's skill and his knowledge of the vessel that will shine. As to be expected, these races are dominated by homegrown teams. The winds pick up by midday. The excitement of the race begins to kick in as the two main events of the festival are finally at hand. The participants lying along the Kalinawan, ready for this year's regatta. Canoes are fastened with sails in a spectacle of color, designs that speak of Agusan's local pride, ingenuity, and their determination to win. The wind is low, but gradually strengthens. The regatta isn't just about winds, but also about how to use it to full advantage. As the first boats cross the finish line, the crowd is ecstatic. Next up, gear up for the last leg of the race.